Hello, good morning students. Today we are going to see this poem, There is Another Sky, written by Emily Dickinson. Actually, the poet Emily Dickinson, she has written a letter to her brother along with this poem. So, through this poem, she wants to persuade her brother's mind. She wants to convince her brother because of some circumstances, because of some problems. Her brother is depressed. He is going through a bad period, bad phase, and he stays away from the home. Currently, he is living in the another city. So, Emily Dickinson, she tells his brother that she would come back to home. So this is an inspirational poem. It could motivate us. There is another sky, ever serene and fair. Poet tells us through the here and there. Here means poet's home, poet's place, and there means where poet's brother he lives. That means there. Where poet lives, that means here. So here and there. So poet said, your life is going through a bad period. Your surrounding is bad, and you are nervous, you are depressed. But there is another sky. When we are going through a bad period, at that time we have to keep in mind that there is always a way to get out of that situation, to come out from that difficult situation, difficult period. So it is the thing we have to keep in mind that there is always a way. Ever serene and fair means there is another sky, there is another world which is peaceful, which is calm. The another world is peaceful and calm. Serene. Peaceful or calm. And fair. Fair means good, appropriate. The another world is good for you, appropriate for you, and it is also silent, it is also quiet. And there is another sunshine. Poet tells her brother that your place is surrounded by darkness, but here at my place there is another sunshine. The sun is shining, the sun is showering its light, and because of that the climate is very fresh. That's why poet said, and there is another sunshine, though it be darkness there. At your place there is darkness everywhere, but here at my place there is another sunshine. Never mind faded forests, Austin, never mind silent fields. Faded forest, फॉरेस्ट म्हणजे इथं आपलं आयुष्यरूपी जंगल, आणि त्या ऑस्टिन हा जो कवयित्रीचा भाऊ आहे, नेव्हर माइंड फेडेड फॉरेस्ट ऑस्टिन, तर कवयित्री ऑस्टिनला सांगते डोंट थिंक अबाउट द फेडेड फॉरेस्ट. तुझ्या आयुष्यात आता काय चालू आहे याचा तू विचार करू नकोस. तुझं आयुष्य कोमेजून गेलेलं आहे याचा तू विचार करू नकोस. नेव्हर माइंड सायलेंट फील्ड्स, हिअर इज अ लिटिल फॉरेस्ट whose leaf is evergreen. At my place there is a little forest and which is always green, which is always fresh. इथं घरामध्ये एक छोटंसं जंगल आहे, मीन्स देअर फॅमिली. Here is a little forest whose leaf is evergreen. म्हणजे तिचं आयुष्य, कवयित्रीचं आयुष्य किंवा कवयित्रीचं कुटुंब हे तिच्यासाठी छोट्याशा जंगलासारखं आहे. त्याला जंगलाची उपमा दिलेली आहे. whose leaf is evergreen. आणि त्यामुळं हे जंगल कधीच सुकून जात नाही, सुकत नाही, कोमेजून जात नाही. त्याची पानं, त्या जंगलातील झाडाची पानं ही नेहमीच हिरवीगार असतात. and that's why poet said never mind faded forests. Faded means dull or weak. तुझं आयुष्य निराशाजनक झालेलं आहे, तू एकाकी पडलेला आहेस, या कशाचाही विचार करू नकोस. यू शुड जस्ट कम बॅक टू होम. बाकी कशाचाही विचार न करता कवयित्री भावाला सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करते की तू घरी परत ये. बिकॉज देर इज everything is in darkness, but here there is a new sunshine. तिथं तू ज्या ठिकाणी राहत आहेस तिथं खूप डार्कनेस आहे, अंधकार आहे, परंतु इथं आपल्या घरामध्ये नवीन दिवस, नवीन सकाळ झालेली आहे आणि तिथं खूप आनंदी वातावरण आहे. Here is a brighter garden. Here means at my place, means poet's house. कवयित्रीच्या घरामध्ये, कवयित्री म्हणते here is a brighter garden where not a frost has been. इथे एक छोटीशी बाग आहे which is very bright, where not a frost. आणि त्या बागेतील झाडं किंवा ती बाग गोठून गेलेली नाही, गोठलेली नाही. फ्रॉस्ट म्हणजे गोठणी. इन इट्स अनफेडिंग फ्लॉवर्स, अनफेडिंग. अनफेडिंग मीन्स कलरफुल. colorful or bright. In its unfading flowers, I hear the bright bee hum. या बागेतील फुलं ही नेहमीच टवटवीत असतात, ती कधीच कोमेजलेली नसतात आणि बाग सुद्धा नेहमीच टवटवीत असते. ती कधीही त्या बागेतील पानं झाडं ती कधीही सुकलेली किंवा कोमेजून गेलेली नसतात, बर्फामुळे गोठलेली नसतात. आय हिअर द ब्राईट बी हम. आणि अशा बागेत मी मधमाशा त्या फुलाभोवती रुंजी घालताना, फुलाभोवती घुटमळताना पाहत आहे. पृथ्वी माय ब्रदर इन टू माय गार्डन कम. पृथ्वी means to make a request, to make a request. In the textbook, in the glossary, the meaning of this word Prithvi is given, but it is not correct. Here Prithvi means nickname of her brother Ashwin. That is wrong. Prithvi means to make a request. She is requesting her brother to come back, to return to home as early as possible. So through this poem, poet wants to inspire us, poet wants to motivate us that life is full of challenges. No one can live a life without challenges. Not a single person in the world who is successful without facing challenges. No one can have that kind of life. If we want to successful, then we have to face challenges, we have to face difficulties. So that is the message. And when we are in tension, we are in depression, when we are nervous, at that time we have to find the solution for the problem. There is always a way, there is always a path to come out from that situation. So that's the only message poet wants to give us through this poem, and that's why it is an interesting poem. So this poem is also called as Petrarchan sonnet because there are two stanzas. First stanza of 8 lines, that is called octave, and the second stanza is of 6 lines, that is called sestet. So this is a sonnet, Petrarchan sonnet. Thank you for watching.